Hello, I'm here, and I just saw Barbarian, and holy shit, this movie was really good. If you have not seen this movie yet, I would. Well, first of all, if you haven't seen it yet, it's really good. So I would recommend this movie. But so spoilers, and trust me, there'll be just spoilers because this movie gets crazy. You've probably heard that because that's what intrigued me to go see it. I heard it was crazy. I was like, because I saw the trailer and I was like, that looks cool. And then I heard reviews coming out like, oh my god, this movie's crazy. I was like, maybe I should go see that. So I did, and I'm glad that I did because this movie's very good. But spoilers, 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 spoilers. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I don't think any of us were expecting. I definitely wasn't. But the movie starts. Tess and my boy Bill Skarsgård. I'm sad they killed him off so early. When Bill Skarsgård died, I was like, no, already? My favorite guy in this movie is dead now. I love Bill Skarsgård. He's Pennywise. He's in Deadpool 2. He's the acid spit guy. I just love Bill Skarsgård. He's also in Eternals, actually, I think. I think he's that one deviant. They should put him in the MCU again. As someone else. You didn't see his face. You can get him as someone different. Because he's so good. Put him in more Marvel stuff. But, yeah, he dies. And I was sad. But Keith is a cool dude. Keith, like, I feel like the beginning of it, they're trying to make you, like, flip-flop on him. Because some stuff he does, you're like, oh, this guy's cool. Some stuff he does, you're like, maybe he's a bad guy. But I feel like that's what the movie's trying to do. They're trying to be like, oh, is he the good guy? Is he the bad guy? And then when she opens the door, you know, the tunnel, and as soon as she opens it, she's like, nope. And I was like, that's smart. I'm glad that she didn't just walk right into me like, huh, what's this? She's like, nah. Or she literally says, nope. Which is like, yeah, I'm glad that she did that. I'm glad we have a smart horror movie character. It's like, fuck yeah. Because that's what I would do. No. But then she decides to go in there because she puts the mirror in the light and she sees that there's a wall. She's like, alright, I can go in there. She goes, she opens it, and she's like, the room that she saw, I'm just saying, never mind, I'm out. But, you know, she finds another door. Keith, help me! Oh, John! So she goes down there. She's a good person. She goes down there to try and help him. He crawls out in a jump scare, and the people next to us freaked the fuck out. The jump scare got me. I was like, it's Keith. But let me tell you, I kid you not, literally someone next to us screamed like a full-on yell. I was like, you good, man? Scared the shit out of that guy. But I was like, oh. But I heard a yell, and I was so confused. I didn't know if it was Bill Skarsgård in the movie or the guy next to me, but it sounded like it was right next to me, so I'm gonna assume it was that guy. I was like, what the fuck? You good? But yeah. And then they're both down, or no, he's there, and then Tit Lady comes out, and when she came out, I was like, what the fuck? Because he goes, there's someone else down here, someone bit me. And she comes out, I was like, what the fuck? Bam, I was like, no. And Tess just stands there and watches. If I was her, I would have, like, thrown a jab at old lady. Tip! What? No. So Bill Skarsgård dies. He gets fucking beaten in the face repeatedly, and I was like, God damn it. I love Bill Skarsgård, but he's dead. He's dead. I was like, fuck, Keith, come on. And then we cut to Justin Long, which when I saw him, I was like, oh, hey, Justin Long. I haven't seen him in anything in a long time. But he's in Jeepers Creepers, so I saw him, and I was like, oh, hey, it's, Derry, I think was his name in Jeepers Creepers, if I remember correctly. Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Because if you didn't know, he voiced Alvin in the Alvin and the Chipmunks, the live-action ones. I was like, oh, hey, look, it's Alvin. But he's in this movie, he's driving, and he goes to the house, and he's like, someone living here? And they're like, nope. He's like, okay. There's clothes. And then he finds the door. He goes down there, he's got like a knife. He starts looking around. He's trying to do square footage. I remember that now. That was funny. That had a couple of us laughing in the theater. But he's looking around, he's like, what's going on? He finds this room. He finds a breastfeeding video, which should have foreshadowing. He looks around. He sees old lady. He freaks out. He falls in that thing. She closes it, and Tess is down there. I was like, oh, hey, Tess. Okay. And then she's like, listen. Or is this the part where it cuts to Richard Brake? It might be. So it cuts to... I'll go ahead and talk about that, even if it's not at this part. I think it is, but... We see Richard Brake, which I saw him. I was like, oh, hey. I didn't know he was going to be in it. I saw him. I was like, oh, hey, Richard Brake. I like him. He's Winslow in 3 from Hell, and he's the bad guy. He's the human bad guy in Trimmer's Shrieker Island, in case you're wondering, which you probably know. And he's in Mandy. He's in Mandy. Mandy's really good. I like Mandy a lot. Nicolas Cage. But Richard Brake, he goes, checks out this house, leaves, goes back home, and you see that it's the house that this whole movie's taking place in. And then we cut back to where we were. And you see a milk bottle come down, and when that happened, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And Tess is like, just drink it, and Justin Long's like, fuck no. Which, I'm sorry, but I agree with Justin Long in that scene. I wouldn't have drank that shit, no. There was hair on the tip. But she points it at Tess, and Tess is like, okay, and she fucking drinks it. Which, you know that shit is disgusting. She offers it to him. He's like, no. She fucking opens it. Wrong turn, lady. Is like, nope. You're coming with me now. He's like, oh, shit. Ow, man. She pulls him, and then she takes him to that room, and it starts to zoom in on the TV, and I'm sitting there, and I literally did this in the theater. I was like, oh, no. I knew what was about to happen. She starts to try and breastfeed him, and I knew it was going to happen, but then when it started to happen, I was like, oh, my God. No. I felt so bad for his character, because he's all, she's like, like, bro, what the fuck? His way is, It reminded me of The Descent a little bit. I haven't seen that movie. I just know what it's about, so that's why it reminded me of it, like, tunnels, caves, demon people living in there. She's not a demon, but, they explain later. But, so he gets out of that, because the tape measure thing makes a noise when Tess is leaving. Tess leaves, gets out of there, and then she's like, yo, she gets to some gas station, I think. She's like, you got a phone? Cops come, and let me tell you, these cops are fucking terrible at their job, because she's like, someone's about to get murdered, I just got out, someone's about to die, I need your help. And these cops are like, get your hand off the door. And then when they get to the house, she's walking up, and she's like, let's break down the door. They're like, no, the only crime I see here is that you broke the window. And she's like, hey, fuck, what? These cops are stupid. And then the other cops are like, we gotta get out of here. There's shots. And he's like, okay, I'm out. They just fucking leave. Like, and I actually thought there was gonna be a plot twist where these cops knew about it. And it was like a Texas Chainsaw thing where they knew about it. They just didn't fucking deal with it. They were like, nah, fuck it. That's what I thought was gonna happen. But no, that didn't happen. They were just terrible cops. She should have been like, don't you see that this window was broken from this way? Like, from the inside. Didn't you see it was broken from the inside because the glass is out here? If I broke it from the outside, the glass would be in there. The glass is out here. You guys are dumb. These stupid-ass cops. Yeah, so then she goes back in. She goes down there. And Justin Long, he gets a gun. And as soon as he picked up the gun, I was like, he's gonna shoot her. As soon as he got the gun, I thought in my mind, oh god, he's gonna accidentally shoot Tess. And that's exactly what happens. Tess comes back down, hello, bam! And I thought he shot her in the face. I was like, she's fucking dead. She's laying there, I'm like, oh my god, she's dead. And then he picks her up, and she's like, oh, I'm alive. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they actually get out. And then they get out of the house. And they walk down. There's this other character. I like him. I don't think he had a name. I don't. If he did, I don't remember what it was. But this character was in the movie earlier, and he was talking to her like, "Hey, she doesn't come here. You can't go out there. You gotta stay. Bruno, you gotta get out of here because she comes out at night." But he was in the movie earlier, so they go out, and she's like, he's got to be out here somewhere. And he's like, hey, let's go. So then they're sitting, and he's telling them her backstory that she was like inbred and all that. And I was like, oh, wrong turn. But then they go up the water tower, and then, or no, she breaks through the, they're like, how do you know she can't get in here? She's like, man, he's like, I've been here for 15 years. She's never come in here. She bursts through the wall like fucking Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah. She rips his arm off, fucking beats him to death with it. I was like, there you go. That's why this movie's called Barbarian. Because she's fucking, oh, I skipped over Richard Brake. Yeah, he was down there. And then Justin Long was like, oh, I'll help you. And he shoots himself. Sorry, I skipped over that. He shot himself, and Justin Long was like, oh, shit. There you go. Oh, and then that's the gun that Justin Long got. Yeah, but back to Water Tower. They run up there. She's crawling up after him. She's like, your gun. And he's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, fuck, I dropped it. I was like, you fucking dumbass. He fucking drops it. Like, bro. But she gets up there, and he's like, I can get out of here. But you gotta distract her. He throws Tess off of the water tower. What a dick. And then fucking the killer of this movie fucking jumps over the water tower and dives down. It's like a swan dive. And this was the funniest fucking thing. The entire theater burst out laughing when this happened. I don't know if that was what was intended. I don't know if we were supposed to laugh, but it was fucking hilarious. She yoink just jumps over. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Justin Long looks over. Tess is laying on the lady. And he's like, hey, you're still alive, I'll help you. She gets I can't get the picture of her diving off out of my head, I'm sorry. She gets up. Or no, lady gets up, she survives somehow, this 40-foot drop. She fucking eye gouges she touches his head and she started to move her thumb towards his eye, and I was like, oh shit, she's gonna eye gouge him. Not only does she eye gouge him, she fucking splits his head in half. I was like, good God. He's dead. And then Tess shoots her in the face and she dies. And I was like, thank God. And then she leaves and the movie ends. And she lived. Thank God. Tess deserved to live. I'm glad that she did. Justin Long's character, he didn't deserve to live. He did some bad things. Bill Skarsgård deserved to live, though. He died way too early. I was missing him. I was like, man, I miss Bill Skarsgård. I love him. I really do. But this movie's great. I love this movie. That was very, very good. And again, I cannot emphasize how much of a great year this has been for horror movies. And it makes me so happy. I love horror movies. And there's so many great ones this year. And it makes me so happy. And this is one of them. I love this movie. I'm going to give it 4.5. 4.5 stars out of 5. I'm going to give it, yeah, we'll do that. 4.5 stars out of 5 for Barbarian. I love this movie. Thought it was great. I loved it. And yeah. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys thought of Barbarian. Did you love it as much as I did? Did you think it was weird? Because it kind of was, but that didn't really bother me. I was like, I'm in for this weird. I'm into it. I love it. But let me know what you guys thought of Barbarian. I thought it was really good. But yeah, guys, please leave this video a like. Please subscribe to my channel and check out some other videos. Bye, 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 bye.